Guys, welcome to the Sunday races. As you can see, we are missing 2 points from the races from yesterday. We had a very tough opponent at Zandvoort, so let's hope for a top 10 today. So the first race will be at Brazil, Sao Paulo. Will be a very fast track. Let's hope the opponent matching will be good. It's taken a long time, so my gut say it will be a bot, but you never know with this game. Well, it's a very fortunate first matchup. That will be a very dominant race. Let's not make any mistakes now. Alright, let's go. So, we have a very tough Grand Prix group. The first 10 guys of yesterday had a perfect score. Also saw some fresh new names I didn't see yesterday, but of course we got mixed up with another group from the Saturday races because of course a lot of guys got let down. Alright, so the qualifying now coming up. I think this will be in the range of a 1-2 or 2-3P. There we go, that's a 1-2. Very safe. So also with the boost we're gonna play safe. We're gonna go with fireworks. Maybe I don't think we need that because the fast lap time is not required here because Austria will be coming up later. I think we're gonna use Eclipse. And for the English people on the rest, this was dead fast. We are waiting for Clément, so it is not a bot as I thought first, and very unfortunate for him with this matchup. This is not nice. Let's send him a bad luck and a good luck as well on that. He has good boosters, yeah, I get that, sorry bro. Like Cobra Kai, no mercy here. He's giving us a thank you. I do wish him very well good luck. But we're gonna push the pace. Verstappen taking a good lead with the dead fast. I don't think we're gonna hold back on this part. I do want a solid lead. And Verstappen going very well. His Verstappen and Hamilton are now at P9 and P13. At the straight they can do a lot of catching up. There you go. His Verstappen and his Hamilton go forward. Safety car, I think. Yeah, we're gonna switch to soft tires. Also maintain, yeah, that's a bad luck friend because he cannot pit at this moment. If he will pit, he will go right back after P22, maybe even 23. I have a lot of space, as you can see. The car maintaining won't take that long. That's a good pit stop. Let's hope Hamilton can stay ahead of Verstappen. That's a good pit stop, there we go. As you can see, I have enough boosters, so the pit stops now are very safe, and now I can push for the entire race. And everyone behind me still needs to take a stop, of course. But I can push the pace at any pace that I desire right now. So after the race restarts, we're going to take it slow with Hamilton, and we're going to push very hard with Verstappen for 2 laps. And then we're going to pit him and Hamilton after 3 laps. I hope for him is Hamilton and Verstappen can move up the field a little bit. After the restart, he does have more chance to do so. I do notice with this game after the overtaking, I do need to pay attention here. That's stupid. But luckily, very good boosters. Holding a little back here with Hamilton. And we're going to push again with Verstappen for 2 laps here. Very smooth, very nice. And we do have the tires to do so. So we're also going to now push with Hamilton. And Verstappen will be going in the next lap. I'm sorry for that. As Verstappen's going in. He would have been wise to keep it 1 lap further. He's now pushing it to mediums. And our Hamilton can push another lap at this pace. Yeah, he can. There we go, another round. And Verstappen, very nice pit stop. And we have a very safe 1 and 2 coming up. 3, 4, 6, all the guys are now taking the pit. Is Hamilton really hold up there? Who was that? That was Hamilton, the bot. Our Hamilton now going to the pit. No one to hold me back. Very nice. This is a very nice track. I love that safety car because that now gives us a lot of space to push the pace. Because in a lot of races, the guys in the backfield are really holding up the guys. There we go with Verstappen. As you can see here, the line is not the one you want to. This is going very smoothly actually. It's the races like in France or in Zandvoort. It's getting very troublesome to get by, to get past everybody. Verstappen here doing a very nice job. And you can slow down for now, and that same goes for Hamilton. Dutch pride, so we do want Verstappen to take that P1, of course. Our opponent is now crossing 5th and 8P. He can overtake, and there he does. He's now crossing 5th and 7. I hope for him he can crack that top 3. I don't think... Well, he took 4. There he goes. Maybe he has the tires left. It will be... Ooh, maybe. Yes, he will. Now he can push it. He did a very nice job. Well done. And good luck. Oh, he didn't make it. Oh, he's still 4 and 6. I really thought he was going to pull through for 3 and 5. Too bad for him. There we go. Solid 1-2. Hell of a start. Verstappen did his job. Same as Hamilton. Alright guys, that was race number 1. Alright, so let's go see our opponents. PRT also now missing 2 points. As you can see, he went for the fastest lap at Austria, and that cost him 2 points. Alright, race 2 is Melbourne in Australia. Let's see what the matchup will do us. That was a very quick setup with an opponent, so I do believe you have a normal opponent and not a bot. Sorry for that. Alright, that's a 1-2, and at Melbourne with at 10 and 11 he cannot hit me on that part, so we're gonna do Taurus and Eagle to very well boost for here. Gotta put my mic down for a second and take a sip of water. I'm sorry. That's definitely not a bot because he was still using his boosts. He's hitting a P10 and 11. He's doing well with the mediums and the hard tires. I do have the soft, so I can of course then again push the pace. What kind of boost is he using? I think he's using reindeer and downforce. Those are very well. The downforce is of course a good boost, but not good enough for P9. I think if he had Taurus, he should have used that one. And of course, the reindeer is not a good boost for here. He has well track tire on it, but not much on the ARS. So I do hope for him he can do something with it. As you can see with the Eagle and with the towers, we can easily do 4 laps. Behind us we have Hamilton on the softs, but Verstappen and Leclerc on P4 and 5, they're really gonna hold back the field. And of course we got rain coming up, so we can push a little bit more with Verstappen. But the rain yesterday only took us like 19 seconds, so if that hits us again, and there we go, that's again 27 seconds of rain. That means we're gonna stay on the softs. And that's very well, because a lot of the guys are now pushing on medium and hard tires, and that means they will have very low traction with their tires. And us with the softs, we can have an easy going round. I don't think the rain will go higher than 20%. Maybe a little. And there we go. At 20 or 21%, it will now go down, and it go easily down because we have a little bit partial sun with 21 degrees Celsius. And now we can push with Verstappen for the upcoming round, because we don't want, of course, stacking the cars with the pit stop. We can push it a little bit with Hamilton over here. But of course, Hamilton does not have an eagle or a tower, so he is going for the pit. We now have 2 hard tires behind us with Leclerc and Verstappen. So maybe they will pit. I don't think so. Maybe they will go for the next lap. Yeah. So no threat behind us. Set the tires again for softs. We don't need to push hard. And Verstappen in the pits. As you can see, I do hold back when I am in the pits, always to save that fuel. It does help a little bit, and especially if you're in a high-paced race with a high-raced opponent in a high pace. Again, I'm sorry for the pronunciation. I am Dutch, I'm not English. You do need that for the high pace again in the race. I am very manually in that part. I'm very well suited, so also again, I'm keeping a low pace. I don't need to push, no need to push those tires. The guys behind me still need to pit. Only from P5 Hamilton is becoming a threat, but Leclerc on the hard tires is really holding him up. And we have a safety car coming up. Well, in one way it's good news, because then we can easily push a little bit harder with the tires without the worry of losing those tires. But again, the guys behind us now can have an easy stop on softs. His Verstappen is on hard tires. I should have gone on soft tires. You can easily push 3 rounds on softs on Melbourne, and especially after a safety car, because your tires, of course, will stay practically whole. So for us, it's a good option. Let's see what's behind us. Only medium tires, not a big opposing threat right there. As you can see at the safety car, always keep it very low on the greens until around, well, not the last corner, 2 corners before that, because if you then put it on normal, as you can see now, the start will be a lot quicker, because one of the 2, of course, will first go to red. And as you can see, the first will be Verstappen to push, but you cannot forget Hamilton, otherwise Hamilton will overtake. But with these boosts, of course, we have a very nice little bump, and there we go. Very well start. No threats behind us anymore, and now we can push fully for 2 rounds. And let's not jinx it, but 47 points coming up. Here's Verstappen and Hamilton are now pushing for 6 and 8, but he's pushing on those hard tires, which is very tough on Melbourne then to overtake. But he has a nice boost. But it's the medium tire in front of him, and again on Melbourne, overtaking hard on medium, that's really hard. It doesn't matter which boost you have. If you want to overtake the bots like 3, 4, and 5, that's very tough. Back at the field, that's more probable. Verstappen and Hamilton are flying away together. As you can see, it was very good of us to hold back the pace on the tires. You can push at the end of the race. The end of the race, the tires are quicker, you're quicker, the car's quicker. You're really noticing that. So do maintain your fuel for the end of the race. We do wish him luck. And still a well done. I do believe he started 10 and 11, 10, 12, so he did push a little bit. Again, it's very tough in Melbourne to overtake. It's one of those tracks at the beginning of the game, if you're not having high team score yet, you're stuck on that midfield. And again, Taurus is a very good one, and Eagle here as well. Alright, so again, a flawless second race. Good pairing, so we have a big possibility that race 3 or 4 we're gonna have a better opponent. Or maybe we're gonna get lucky by getting a bot 1 or 2, because we just received a bot. We still not met a bot yet. Alright, again, the fastest race is coming for race 6, so until then we're gonna keep the same team score, because if I do believe we don't have any rain coming up, that's not. And Dominicelli setting the pace very, very quick. Flawless yet again. No mistakes entire week. Quick round. Very quick. I think he will get that first place. I know the PRT had a quicker lap. Yeah, there we go. Oh, not even this round, no, because he was held back. He met that good opponent at race 6. So also there, he did not met a bot. He met a very good opponent, and I think he had that 1831 team score, and he would have had that 1793 famous team score for that fast lap. Alright, so race 2 was just finished, 94 points. So we have 94 points after the first 2 races. That will be a time one for today. We already can see that 2 players already maxed out for today. Race 3 is Bahrain. Let's go get this. Let's hope for a good matchup. First 2 opponents had boosts, and so and of course for itself speaking, they were normal opponents. It's taken a long time to search for the opponent. Normally, again, that suggests it will be a modified, but again, the first race also took a long time. It was a normal opponent. It's an opponent from Gifau. The velocity, low team score, again, should be again then an easy race. No disrespect, of course, to the opponent, but his team score, of course, is unmatchable against mine at the moment. I think he will get around the 10 or 12p, and I will get the 2 and 3 or 1-2. 1-2 as it is. He still receives a 7-9. That's just, again, good starting position for him. I love the Jin boost, and also the shark hair is nice, but let's see, we have some more corner into it. I think the Kawaii is also very good here. Alright, he is ready, very quick. Maybe it's a bot. Nonetheless, does not really matter for us because we're gonna fly away from the start. He's starting with Tsunoda and Verstappen, and considering he's on hard and medium and no boost, we are racing now at completely a botted field. Let's fly away with Verstappen and try to hold up the field a little bit with Hamilton. Let's see what the rest of the field is doing at the moment. Verstappen on the softs, and same with Hamilton. Leclerc on the medium, and then fills the top 5. And our bot opponent at P6 with the medium tires as well. Alright, our Dutch pride Verstappen again flying away. Of course, you can really push at this track. I really like it here. You can push your 3 full rounds on the softs, maybe a little bit holding back for a little bit. And we can push normally, and we have to make sure that we keep a well revert pace before Leclerc, which is now 4 seconds. You at least want 5 up until 7 seconds to hold your position. And Leclerc went up to P4, so we're gonna push for this lap because we're gonna need to pit. Verstappen going very quick. Hamilton, of course, following very nicely. But Verstappen on the softs cannot hold up with the pace. We already have 5 seconds on him, and Hamilton has now 7 seconds on Leclerc, so that should be well enough for our pit stop. Again, be making sure that you're not fully pushing when you're doing your pit stop, because I really did notice that your fuel will go very much in a quicker pace, also when you're standing still. At this moment, if we don't make any mistakes, you can already see that this will be an easy 1-2. Of course, from the start already, it was a no mistake race. And then we can take an easy win home to bump us up to 141 points after the 3 race mark. Verstappen again going very nice. Now we're gonna see some guys from the backfield. Not a problem so far. Leclerc and Verstappen will go for pitting at this moment. So we have enough track, enough pace. We don't need to push. We don't need to make any rash decisions. So we're gonna pit already for the upcoming lap. Keep the pace at a minimum. Well, not for now, of course, because we're gonna drive through the pit lane, which Verstappen now. There we go. Hamilton closing in quick. Also going down. But Verstappen, the P3, he's well behind. And as we can see, that is about 13.7? He's gaining, of course, now very quickly. We have about a 4 or 5 second window, which is enough. And his bot Tsunoda is now going for his final pit stop. His bot at P5 from Verstappen does not need to pit anymore. He will finish the race on those hard tires. His Tsunoda can now push for 3 rounds, of course. The bot is, of course, the normal playing style of the player. So his Tsunoda is doing normally. His Verstappen is going, of course, at a normal pace. I don't like those 10% up with players. I do like it more with the parts. I do think that gives a nice statistic advantage. But with the players, I don't know. Especially now with Tsunoda, sometimes he will go up to the front, and a lot of the times he's really far back midfield. But of course, that depends on every player. His team score, again, was not that high. But of course, when you have that 20% boost, you don't see that with people team score, so that team score is of course misleading. Does not really matter for us because at the higher rate for the people who are maxed out, they only use the 10% when it really takes a good advantage. Of course, a lot of people have maxed out will maybe use Verstappen or Hamilton with the Tsunoda, but only in normal weekly races, not during the GP. During the GP, of course, we're going for the max team score to get your high grip positions. Final corner went in. Beautiful finish. Verstappen at 1, Hamilton at 2. Now we're just gonna wait until the other bots are finished. His Verstappen really went up forward. Very nicely done. His Tsunoda also now P9. Overtook Sainz there, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see, at P10, that is indeed Carlos Sainz. And he will finish at 3 and 9. Alright, that's a solid 1-2 again for us. And that was race number 3. Alright, let's see what our opponents did. Okay. .41, there we go. Yeah, 2 guys at top, but that Martin did not have a good Saturday and a Wednesday. There we go. So if we maintain full points, we will take his position. But again, that's a few races away. We have a good start though. Okay, so now we had 3 races again, 141. You lose from that 70 win rate is catching up. We do have a quicker lap time. Have more points from the previous round, so let's hope we can maintain our position. France now joining. Love this track, very fast across the field. I think we're gonna use Eclipse and Dead Fast for today. Of course, we're gonna see what our opponent matching will do. Not a quick result. So that will be a 50-50 now on a bot or a normal opponent. Well, team score 18-21. So normally we will pull ahead a little bit during the qualifying. Now just we will need to see if this is a normal opponent or a bot. It will make a huge, of course, of difference in the race. Qualifying is now going and we're still up ahead. Ooh, 3 and 4, not what I thought. I was gonna think 2 and 4 maybe. But again, we're gonna use some good boosts. That fast, I think it's a bot. It's already done. Or at least, or maybe it's a normal player, but he did not select any boosts. At least not that quick, I presume. Well, his number 5 Hamilton will not pose any threat at this moment, and as I thought and hoped, a bot. And with our wet tire trick, we are off very quick. So, taking no risk this week. Last week I made the horrible mistake during the Abu Dhabi race. Terrible. Alright, taking over Hamilton here. Very good. Maybe even Verstappen. Ah, almost squeezing in there. Too bad. Almost made named. So yeah, again, last week, terrible mistake for the guys who maybe saw my video. Yeah, horrible mistake, terrible. So let's not make that mistake again this week. We need to stop with pushing for Verstappen, otherwise we can only maintain for 2 laps, and we are not really pushing here, so we will lose many places. So we're gonna wait and maintain our pace at this moment, because even going slow, but number 3 Verstappen is on hard tires, so he will not go away quickly. After this, I think I will go switch to medium to pace a little bit more, or to go 2 routes on softs. Because like I already said in previous races, after the first stop, overtaking gets a lot easier. We needed to push here a little bit. As you can see, we needed 33% for the last lap, so Verstappen is doing okay. Maybe we can even try to overtake Bot Verstappen during the end. We're gonna have to try and do something, because we do need that second place. Maybe here we're gonna squeeze it in. He is on hard tires, too bad. Alright, Hamilton also well going now on medium tires. Verstappen did overtake there, very good. Also now on the medium tires. We do have the gas to push the pace. Watch the fuel again in the pit lane. Good stop from Hamilton. Alright, let's first Verstappen catch up here first. We're gonna let Hamilton hold back those guys, and let's get Verstappen up to me. Also, again, last week that was a mistake. I pushed the pace immediately with Hamilton after his first stop, and because of that, his opponent could fly with me, and Verstappen was hold back. Now we are gonna push. Verstappen is right on our tail, already on P4 at this moment. And there we go. P1 Verstappen now going to the pit. And now we're in a solid 1-3, and now it's push, push, push. Hamilton has, of course, clear view. Verstappen will probably overtake Verstappen right here, or maybe in the next turnaround. No, there we go. Easy overtake by Verstappen. Very nice, solid 1-2. Even though it's a race, of course, versus the bots, I still had to keep my focus here. But at lap 5... we do looking good. I think with Hamilton we're gonna keep pushing, and we're gonna use that medium tire for the last, oh, of course not, the last 2 rounds we're gonna do on softs. Verstappen now also pushing, and also to the softs. We do need to pull a little gap here. I think Hamilton will be still P1 after the pit. Verstappen will need to push the pace for the last 2 laps. Because but Verstappen, as we can see, does, again, to pull back my words, because Verstappen, but number 3 also still needs to pit, and he will do that next lap. And therefore this will be an easy 1-2 finish again, if nothing weird happens and no safety car arises or nothing of that matter. But Verstappen again will go for the pit, and we're gonna push. No immediate threat, easy 4th race, easy opponent nonetheless. Of course, no mistakes made, and a 1-2 is in the sights. Verstappen now pulling in, and our Verstappen will easily take over, and no 1-2 is in the pocket. No risks, so again, take down. Don't make unnecessary fuel. Those showing off. Easy win. His Hamilton broke down. You should really update the car every time I pit. I never actually don't maintain the car. Only if it's in a safety car or in a different matter aspect, of course, if something happened to the race. If you need to try or really need to push. But normally I never do that, because as you can see, his number 5 Hamilton will now completely break down. There was no chance of overtaking number 4 anymore. Yes, he has enough space. I think number 6 Perez will not overtake, but in those corners you can see you are dead in the water, my friend. So when you're in a high in a normal pace race like the Melbourne previous race, you can be done really fast. Because if you're not maintaining your car and you will have a breakdown, you will go behind field and you will lose many places. So those few tenths at the pit stop, use them well and use them. 47 points again in the pocket. So the first half is going very quick, very nicely. I think I'm gonna take a small break here, relax my fingers a little bit, calm my throat, and I'll be right back. And of course, the second video will be right up. Thank you for watching, thank you for listening, and of course the second video with the last 4 races will be up shortly. Thank you again, this is Dutch 020.